Hey everybody, welcome. I'm going to do another really fun 3 product look for you that's going to give you a really pretty look, and it's going to be quick, simple, affordable, easy. So let's get started. We are going to do BB in light to medium. That is what we are using for our foundation. I have used the Elixir oil as my primer. You guys know I love that stuff, and it makes a awesome primer. So with this look, you guys, you are going to be able to get this look done in under 5 minutes. Super easy, great for anybody who's on a tight schedule in the morning, and you need to get out the door fast. This is going to be absolutely perfect for you. So I am just putting this on with a brush, blending down my neck. And I love the BB because I feel it's a little bit lighter than our CC cream. I could be wrong, but I just feel like the coverage is a little bit thinner. Not the coverage, the consistency is a little bit thinner. And I just feel like for every day, it just works perfectly for me. Okay. And then what I like to do is just take my finger and just go in the crease of my nose to make sure that it is blended out. And under my eyes and my eyelids, I just like to make sure that that's all blended. And I don't mind using my fingers to even apply this because it's so easy to apply. It's like it's a beauty balm, but it's gonna even out your skin tone. It's gonna give you some coverage, which is nice because most beauty balms don't really give you anything. So it doesn't give you any payoff, you know what I mean? This is going to, and it really looks pretty and dewy, as you can see. Now you can see from before I added the makeup, I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation. I have some melasma. I have a lot of unevenness to my skin right now, and that happens every summer. Even though I use sunscreen, it always happens. So I like to have a little something just to even out my skin tone, okay? I'm not necessarily looking to cover it fully. I just want to even it out a little bit more so it's not as in your face, as, you know, to the forefront as if I had nothing, you know? So you can see it gives a pretty good coverage, okay? You could put more, you could put another layer of this on. It is buildable, but I like this really light layer of just having that evenness to my skin. It feels super hydrating on the skin, which is another reason why I love it. And then we are going to use our Midnight Touch liquid blush, and this is going to be in the shade what, oh my god guys, I don't even know, I can't read that. Dignity? I think it's Dignity. So these are our liquid products, okay? You guys have been seeing me use the cream products. These are our liquid products. Another great product if you are more mature and have more mature skin. You're going to really benefit from these, okay? You will love these. I guarantee you, you will really, really like these a lot. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is try to find a clean brush. I did not clean my brushes off. Not good. Not good. That's unusual for me because my brushes are always clean. So I'm slacking, you guys. I'm slacking. So I'm going to use this on my eyes, my cheeks, and as my lip product, okay? Now, it is sold as a blush. So obviously, you know, if you have super sensitive skin, super sensitive eyes, you may want to not do it this way. You may want to just strictly use it as your blush. But I do this a lot. It's never bothered me. It's never irritated my eyes or anything, but that's just me, okay? So I'm just showing you what I do, and if you want to try it, great. If not, if you're nervous about using a product that's intended for one thing on the other parts of your face, then, you know, there's plenty of other stuff you can substitute, okay? So what I do is I'll do my blush first. So this product is really cool because it twists to shut. So if you squeeze it for some reason, it's not going to come out. So you're not going to lose any product. So you twist it up, and then you're going to squeeze enough product just to come to the sponge, which you can see, okay? Now this product is very, very pigmented, okay? A little goes a super, super long way. So you want to be mindful of that. And it also dries quickly. So that's another thing that you do want to be mindful of, that it does dry down rather quickly. So you want to work in one area at a time. That's just my suggestion. And you can see like how much pigment that gave me. It's incredible, okay? And let's do this side. And I do bring it up a little bit, as you can tell, because it lifts. It tends to lift my face, makes my face look a little bit thinner. Okay, so as you can see on this side, can you see the difference between this side and that side? So if I continue and I go up, now on this side, you can see it lifts, okay? So we have that. And if you find that it's too much for you, you can take a damp beauty blender or a clean brush and just tap it, okay? I find that with the Liquid Midnight Touch series, if you've overdone it a little bit and it's already sat on your face for a couple of seconds, I find a damp beauty blender is the best way to soften it or to lighten it, more so than going over with the brush, okay? So there's that. Now on the eyes, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my brush and I am going to take product off from the sponge, okay? I'm not going to put the sponge directly on my eyelid because I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. So I am just going to take that brush now and put that on my lid. This is a beautiful, beautiful fall color, you guys, okay? And that's why I wanted to show you this one because, you know, sad to say, but fall is on its way. Well, not sad for me because I love fall, but I know a lot of you guys love summer and it's ending soon. So, you know, I don't want to rub it in. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous fall color, okay? So I'm just putting that on my lid, and I'm not bringing it up. I'm not bringing it all the way up to the brow bone because it would be way too dark. Way, way too dark. You could add something in between here, like if you wanted to. That would be perfectly fine. It would just mean that you would be adding another product. Okay? So, that's up to you. But I'm trying to show you ways to get a pretty complete face with very few products. Okay, so if you are on a budget, you will be good. Okay, so you can see, look how pretty that is. I mean, that is such a beautiful fall color. I mean, look at that. So, so pretty. All right, and then if you wanted to take a little shader brush or a liner brush, which I should have one. That's a little bit bigger than I need. Let's see. You guys, we switched rooms around, so I put my bedroom in a different room now. My bedroom's in a different room. We gave our son the bigger bedroom because I really don't care about having a big bedroom. So I ordered a new vanity that would fit in the smaller room. So it hasn't come in yet. So I'm like, my makeup and brushes are like all over the place. So I'm going to take that and bring that down onto my lower lash. You may have to like squeeze a tiny, tiny bit more to the sponge, which I'm going to do. There we go. In order to get that product out. But I mean, I'm always looking and coming up with ways for you guys to save, not only to save money, but to be able to still get a full look. I keep getting sparkles on my face. Somewhere, one of these brushes had to have touched glitter eyeshadow or something because, man, I got glitter. I can keep seeing glitter. And I haven't used any glitter. Just taking my finger and just getting rid of that glitter. Oh, wrong thing, Charlotte. Yeah, I don't know. One of these brushes had to be near one of the eyeshadows that are glitter, because it definitely has some glitter on my face. All right, so we used it on our eyes, and now I'm also going to use it on my lips. So you could put, let me actually do it this way because it's not the best, most sanitary way to do it. I wouldn't really want to put that on my lips. So I'm just going to take one of the brushes again, and we're just going to use it as our lipstick or gloss. And I'll take one of the smaller brushes. So if you are someone who doesn't want to have to use a lot of products, doesn't like to use a lot of products, doesn't want a whole bathroom or vanity filled with product, this will be really good for you. And if you travel a lot, this will be great. Okay, now if you wanted to add a fourth product, you could add a lip liner to this, and that would be really pretty too. Okay, so that's the lip. Okay, so we've used it on our eyes, our cheeks, and on our lips. And then the final thing will be mascara. So that will be our third product. Okay, and I am going to go in with the Double Lash because I've been using Zen a lot. So we're going to go in with Double Lash mascara because it is an amazing mascara, you guys. Amazing. And it's a two-way mascara. So you can use just volume, you can use just length, or you can use the two of them combined for real, like, dramatic lashes. Okay. The wand, when it's just the length, is like a really thin wand. And then if you do the volume, it gets a little bit thicker, but it's still one wand. Okay, let me look up for you guys so you can see how good this mascara is. And I like it because it's a little bit of a wet formula, but it doesn't get everywhere. It stays, you don't get any, you know, some wet mascaras, they end up getting on your lid and everything. This is really good. It has enough wetness to like really slide easily through the lashes so that you get every single lash separated, but it's not going to make a mess everywhere. And again, like I said, you know, use your discretion with these looks that I've been showing you, because some people are super sensitive on their eyes. And even though our products are really high quality, the European standards and all that, if you have really, really sensitive eyes, you might not want to do what I'm doing, you know? But I have sensitive eyes, and I can honestly say I've never had a problem with doing it, using a blush on my eyes. And I've done it with many of our products, like many of our blush products, or I've even used liquid matte lipstick sometimes as eyeshadow. So, but again, use your discretion, okay? And then we're going to do the lower lashes. And we're going to really work that wand to get all those little baby lashes. I apologize if you hear my stomach rumbling. I'm not quite sure. My stomach's not been happy with me lately, but I don't know why. Like, I don't know what I did to it to make it so mad, but I did get a little tiny bit of mascara, so I'm just going to take that little brush that I had for my mascara, for my eyeshadow, and I'm just going to touch up now. All right, you guys, that's it. 3 products, boom, we're done. Like, incredible. So we used our BB in light to medium. We used the Midnight Touch liquid blush in the shade Dignity, and our double lash mascara. And that's our whole face. So we used this on our eyes, our cheeks, our lips, this our mascara, and this is our base. And you can use the elixir oil if you want as your primer and to add moisture to your skin, especially if you have more mature skin and you tend to have dry skin. This is really going to help you, okay? So that's the look, you guys. Super affordable, 3 products, okay? 3 products. You could add a lip liner if you wanted to. Like I said, you could add a contour or a bronzer in with this look, but look how pretty this is. It's such a pretty fall look. Super simple, easy, affordable. So, all right, you guys, if you have any questions, message me. If you'd like to shop for these products, you can do so by clicking on my link. If you have questions, obviously I'm here to answer those questions. And we have different shades to choose from in the Midnight Touch line. And we also have the cream contours and the cream blushes that you could choose from. But we have so many shades in this product, you guys. So you can choose a different shade than the one that I'm using, but still be able to do the same thing, okay? Look at that. Like, there's even more. So, all right, so you can choose from any of those and do that same technique in whatever shade you want. If you want a more summery color, go with one of the more pinky tones. If you want a really bronzy, end of summer look, use one of our more bronzy or brown based colors in the Midnight Touch, okay? So, and then you can add like a brown liner or one of the other liners to go with whatever look you choose. But I just think this is so, so pretty. So I hope you guys like these little mini series showing you like 3 products. Quick and easy. If I wasn't talking through this, I literally can get this done in like 3 minutes. My entire face, 3 minutes. Boom, out the door. So, all right, you guys, again, I'm Charlotte. I'm with Farmacy. We are a European standard company. We have wellness, cosmetics, fragrance, men's line, so much. Fragrance, like everything. So if you want to go check out Farmacy, you can click on my link and go check out what we have to offer. If you'd like to sign up right now for $6, that would entitle you to get 50% off of everything that you buy for as long as you want. And if you want more details on that, you can message me and I will fill you in on all the details that include what you need to do to get that discount. Super simple too, so it's nothing like scary, okay? So if that sounds good to you or you'd like to join my team, by all means, just let me know. We'll get you started with Farmacy today. And have a great rest of your day, you guys. Thank you. Bye.